Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so we are going to get started. My task this afternoon is to show us how to create a website, and then please don't expect to learn all about websites in these few minutes I'm going to spend with you. But listen, it's an intro to what you can do on your own if you practice and you put your mind to it. Okay? I'm going to show you what's available, how you could put it up yourself. Okay? But beyond that, after now, if you want to develop this skill and you become a website, what do we call the designer and all that, you will have to do kind of upgrade yourself, okay? So you'll be able to do that as a service, okay? So, but I'm going to show you how you can do it if you want to make use of it. Now, the site we are going to be working with, I've tagged it how to design a mini website. How to design a mini website. Now, Mr. Ayala, please excuse me. Check the pack. Just take it off. Leave this for me. So, how to design a mini website. Now, I just want to explain what a mini website is. Please, sorry, I need to get the internet connection so we can. Okay. So, a mini site is a one-page site or 2 pages. A mini site. Now, what's the whole idea of creating a mini site? Now, let's say you wake up in the morning, you get an idea on a product to sell, and then you want to sell it to a large market, not just to the people of your locality. Now, you now say, what medium should I be able to reach out to this number that that I want? The internet is a very good medium to do that. So what do? You jump onto your computer and then you put a site together with the product. Now the good thing about the internet is that you could put these products in the morning and then in the night, I mean not even night, but you could access your account if it's properly done, and then you begin to see the income. That if it's the product is demanded. Do you understand? So the ability for you to quickly package the site and then upload it to the internet for the whole world to see. That is the skill I want to show you how to do now. Okay? Please bear with me. I just want to get this connection so we'll see some examples. Okay, so like I say, like I said here, a mini site is usually a page or 2 pages website whose goal is to get people to do any or combination of the following. You could create a mini site, like I said, to quickly put an idea to the market to see how people will respond to it. You could create a website to say, okay, all I want to do is create what we call a mailing list, whereby I want to get a list of prospects that in future I will sell to. You could create a mini site with a particular mind to promote what we call affiliate programs, whereby you create that site and then you get the link of the program to that site and you drive traffic there. Okay? So the ability to do that, for you to do that, what you have created in that sense is that you have created what we call a mini site with one's aim. Okay? Oftentimes, it's not advisable that you create a mini site and then integrate so many so many actions on it, you could mislead your visitor. But mini site is accurate when you create it for one purpose. I hope you understand. One purpose, aim is to do this. If I want to create a site to get list, I create it for that. I have done some of that. I will show you examples for what I've done. I've done one for for list, and I've done for products. Okay, so I'm going to show you. And I'm going to just take you through the process, what you need to know for you to actually create a mini site. Now, some of the things you should, like I just outlined here, is that your mini site should include or could be any of the following. Okay, you can just set it up to get your, subscribers to your what? To a list. You know, I just mentioned that. You can create it to get subscribers to a list, or you can create it for people to buy a product. And then, of course, you can create it to advertise. Okay, that's when the affiliate thing comes in. You could set it up, join an affiliate program, and then drive people to that your mini site. Okay, so these are the purposes you can do. But listen, sir, please listen. It's not advisable that you create a mini site and then integrate all these. Do you understand? It's not advisable you create a site to get a list, to buy, sell products, then it will be too what? Crowded. And then, of course, like I said, you could mislead, your visitor, okay? So you should bear in mind, each time you want to create your own mini site, what is the purpose which I want this site to, to perform, or to what I want it to achieve? Then if by the time you agree with yourself on that, then you can now go to work and then put this site and then, of course, upload it to the net and see the result. Okay? Now, what are the components that a mini site should have? Okay, I want a mini site. What are the things that I should have on that site? Now, just like every other website, your mini site should have text or graphics, depending on what you want to, the message you are sending out. Of course, there should be an header. An header, in that sense, some people will refer to it as the banner, some will refer to it as the logo, but whichever name you give to it, that's the first thing that starts your page. So an header should be there, and of course there should be an headline to tell the visitor what that site is to achieve. There should be an headline. And then, of course, if you are using it for that purpose, which I said, to get subscribers to opt into your list, then you'll be looking at setting up what we call email opt-in form. Okay? Email opt-in form should be part of it. Then, of course, you can set it up for people to buy products there. Like I told you, I'm going to show you some of the ones that I've set up. Then, lastly, your mini site can contain text, audio, and video. Okay? Now, if so many of you, I'm sorry, I did not introduce myself. I'm very sorry. I know some of you know me, and those that don't know me, my name is Julius Ojagwase. So I'm very sorry. Okay. Now, one of the things I remember before I introduced myself is that I created some sites, and I was sending out free videos, tutorials on how to do certain things on the internet. Then I have a list that before you watch my video, you hop into my list. Then, of course, you have access to the video. Okay? Because sole purpose is to create a list. So that's why I said your mini site, it was a mini site, and all I have there is a video. By the time you sign up, you have access to a tutorial that teach you how to do a particular thing on the internet. Okay? So a mini site could be used to achieve this purpose. Now, example of the ones that I have. The first one is www.theaffiliategoldmine.com. www.theaffiliategoldmine.com. Okay? And then the second one is www.bloggermassivetraffic.com. And lastly, I have the ultimate video tutorial series.com. All these three are the website are put up. They are many, they are targeted at one purpose. I'm going to just quickly go to one of these. So just, okay. Now, if you look at what happened, I didn't get the URL properly, but on the Yahoo search, it has searched up my base page and is the first thing on that list. So I'm just going to click on it. So the right spell is www.theaffiliategoldmine.com. Okay? Theaffiliategoldmine.com. So now this is a mini site. This is just a mini site. Now somebody will like look at this site and say, hey, what are you achieving with this? This is a mini site. I just put this up. And then I know this site has earned at as much as $300, as you are seeing it up there. And it's still earning more. Now some people will like, how can this thing be earning money? Anyway, as you go on in the program, you are going to learn, different things, that you will understand how this does. Okay, but basically, the purpose for this site, just one purpose, and is to promote Google AdSense. There's something we call Google AdSense. So the only reason I create the site is for me to integrate Google AdSense. Advertise. I create it. I ask Google, advertise on it. Each time you go there, okay, and you click on that advert, Google pay me some money. Just like that. So that's the essence. That's the reason I create this, just for that. Okay? So that's why I say you will create this site for a different purpose. If you look closely, I did not integrate nothing except watch. I have a Google ad, then I have a search. This search feed that you are seeing there, it is added there by Google. Each time you come there and then you carry a search through that search engine and you go to the site, Google still pay me some money. So basically, this mini site is just for Google AdSense. That's the reason I created. Then the other one, let me show you that again. Please, I'm going to let me finish. I'll ask question later, okay? I'll ask question later. Now, the other one is www.bloggermassive-traffic. Now, if you go through this site, this is a mini site. If you go through this site, to the tail end, you are supposed to buy a product. By the grace of God, this site will have earned me some good money from Nigerians. Okay? That's earned me some good money. It's a mini site. It did not take me 3 hours to create. I just got the idea, I put it there, and that's it. Now, if I scroll to the end, if you read through the whole, says copy there, and then at the base of it, I say, hey, if you want to order, you pay 2,000 naira for the product. And then I gave you option of payments. It's either you are using a fast cash payment facility, or you are using what? This one. Your ATM card. If you want to buy it, use your ATM card, of course, you'll be able to download the product. But this is a mini site. Just to sell one product. And what is the product I'm selling? If you scroll up here, this is the ebook I'm selling. It says massive blog traffic, okay? Turn your blog into non-stop traffic generating machine. So if you are interested, you click, you get the product. This is a mini site, okay? Lastly, I'll show you the last one before I show you how I did it, which you too can do. Okay, the last one is the ultimate video tutorial series. Now basically, Some of my video I created because, like some of you know, I created tutorials on videos, self-explanatory videos. Now this site basically is a mini site, and all I'm achieving with this site is to sell the product. If you scroll to the base, you will see the product there. Now these are the list of product and prices. So by the time you click to buy, it takes you to where you make your payments. So but basically this is a mini site to sell my product. If you look to that page, did you find Google AdSense, the one you see in the first site? Did you see it? No, sir. Did you see anything like massive traffic there? No, sir. These are basically video tutorials. So when you come, you are not confused. So when you come there, okay, this is video tutorial. If I'm interested, you just buy and leave the place. But if I have so many things, by the time you come with the mindset to buy a video, and then you see something else at the corner, you will be distracted. Am I right? Okay, fine. So that's why it's important. You make up your mind. What am I going to sell? What information am I sending out? And settle with it. Very important. For you to succeed, if you have to do internet business, it has to be focused. It has to be. It has to be focused, because if you have so many things jumping on your website, hello, your visitor will just be entertained and say, beautiful. Like some people feel by the time you create a site and things are flying all over the place, that's where you make money. No, what you've done in that place, you have entertained me. I'll be happy to see things flying in your site. And then when I'm tired of watching it, I do what? I'll go away. But this one, it is straight to the business. What is it telling you? This is what it does. This is what it does. Are you interested? Buy and go. All right? So please, because for many of you, this is an intro to the internet online business. So these are the things that will guarantee your success. It has to be focused. No distraction, okay? All right, so now, having said all these things, how do I create a mini site? What tool do I need to create it? I didn't add that in the slide, but what tool do I need to create it if I'm interested? Now, the beautiful thing about the internet today is this. You don't have to be a Java programmer. Hello. You don't have to know HTML. You don't have to, as a matter of fact, all you should learn is how to copy and paste. Hey, that's the basics of the internet. Hello. Copy and paste. If you don't copy and paste, you will design websites. That's the truth. Is there anybody that don't know copy and paste here? You don't know copy and paste. Okay, fine, no problem. You have to do what we call, what's that course you do when you start computer appreciation? Somebody is volunteering to teach you computer appreciation. Okay, no, really, let's be serious about it. He's honest enough. He said he doesn't know it. So if you know it, you can take him through computer appreciation. But sir, it's as simple as ABC. If you can hold this is the problem of people when internet starts. Some people say it's too big or it's too small or that. It's called a mouse. If you can hold this, sir, you will do website. That's just the truth. It's as simple as that. And aside that, if you say, okay, fine, I don't want to do copy and paste. All I want to do, I want a site done, which I will just go edit, remove, and put is still available. And that's the truth. Now, if you have the new Success Digest on my column, there is one column, Killer App. If you check that column, the last edition, this current edition, I put there free website space. If you check it, it's free hosting and website. There is a particular site there is called Free Webs. Now, what that free web does is that you go to the site, you just go with the interest. They already designed the site. All you are required to do is to change the things that you see there and place it with what you desire. And instantly, a site will be created for you. So you can as well use that option. All right? But if you have a genuine idea and say, this is how I want to do it, then you can use this method I will quickly show you. All right? Then you put up your site. But the truth is that it is as simple as ABC. Just get a mouse, sit down, follow this process, you will do it. All right? Now, something you must know before I go is that if you know the the methodology or how the internet thing work, if it comes to website, you know that if some of you will have heard of a word called a domain name. How many of you have had domain name? Okay. All right. I guess most of you have. Domain name is your business name, as it were, on the internet. That's the straight explanation. Your business name on the internet. Just like you go to, when you want to register a business in Nigeria, you go to which company now? Thank you. If you want to register a name on the internet, you don't go to them. You go to a domain registrar, and that is done on the internet, as it were. Okay? Then you go online, do a search for the name you are interested in, and then as soon as you see it, you will pay for it. And then that name becomes your name for life on the internet, except you want to sell. Okay? But you have to renew it yearly, depending on what you have with your domain registrar. Okay? It's not difficult, as it were. Just search for the name, then you get a domain registrar to register it. Now, after you have a domain name, there is something else you should have to be able to host your site. I'm talking about the things you need. You need what we call a host. We call them hosts on the internet. All right? Because when you design your website, sir, and it's on your computer, it's only you that will be seeing it. All right? Only you that will be viewing it until it gets to a host. And that process is called uploading. You transfer your file from your own computer to another computer. It could be anywhere. It could be down Australia, wherever it is. But all you do via the internet, you transfer that file to them using a program called FTP. I'm going to show you, all right? Using a program called FTP. As soon as you log into the server and your file succeed, you succeed in transferring it to the host, guess what? Now you can view your site all over the world. So those are just the process it takes to put up a site. Of course, you get the tool. You know what it entails to have a mini site. Then, of course, you have a tool that you use. For us this afternoon, we are going to be using FrontPage 2003 to design it. Okay? I'm going to be using FrontPage 2003 to design it. Okay? Most of us should have that on our computer. FrontPage 2003. So note that. But I've given you options. If you say you don't want to use FrontPage, go to www.freewebs.com, and then you have already made sites. You just edit it to your taste and put it online. But you see, the truth is that the limitations of those ones is the fact that when you need to check the name, it will have an attachment to it. When I mean the name, assuming my business name is Julius and I want to register it online, I should have www.julius.com. But if I use a free, listen, if I use a free, and for example, sir, what's your name? Emmanuel. Assume Emmanuel is giving me a free space to use on his own. It will not be www.julius.emmanuel.com because it's free. Emmanuel is giving me free. So each time they see my URL, they will see Emmanuel's name. Do I make sense there? So basically, but if you pay for it, but I don't advise you as a fresher to pay for it. I know why. I didn't pay for the first one. I still have it here. I didn't pay for the ones I used to train, as it were, to get hang of it, to know what is happening. So I don't advise you to pay money now and start pouring on domain and say because I said you should have a domain. No. But please use the free one to understand how it works before you now take your money and pay for host. Today I pay for host. If you look at those names, www.theaffiliate I'm paying for it. www.the-video-tutorial I'm paying for it. blogger-massive-traffic.com I'm paying for it. And guess what? They removed their money from my from MasterCard. I will just see GTB will just send confirmation to me that so person have removed $25. That's all I see every time. Every month. You just take their $24 and put. The day they don't have, if there is no money on my MasterCard, if I check my site, they will close it. and tell you go and pay your bills before you. That's what they do. You know, they so automate it that you cannot beat them. They will take their money, okay? So I don't want you to start spending $24 every month when you don't really, understand how it goes. But eventually, you should have to pay for it. To really make the good money online, you should pay. For the beginner, I don't mind. Use free. But when you really understand it and you want to make the real money, sir, you will have to invest money. That's the truth. That's the way it goes with us. Okay? All right. So let me cut all the long story short and then quickly show you what a front page looks like. Now I'm going to treat the last as the beginning. What do I mean I'm going to teach the last as the beginning? Because of my time and the internet connection, I want to quickly show you the process of registering a free host. Okay? But that should be the last. But that's why I'm treating the last as the beginning. I want to show you the process for you to register a free host, which I advise you start with. Okay? Now for this tutorial, we are going to be using www.freebytes.us. Okay? That's a free host for you. So this is a free host, www.freebytes. Those people at the back, can you see it? But okay, can I www.freebytes.us. Let me increase the fonts. .us, just .us. Don't put .com. .us. On your URL should be www.freebytes.us. That's all, and you get to the site. Okay, right free. Okay, right free. Those are the back free. Then byte.us. www. Okay, all right. Now, like I said, they offer you free hosts. Free. But like I've explained, it will not be me.com now. It will be me.free. Okay, you guys got it now. So, if you look at my URL, actually, because of the internet connection, I actually went ahead and registered a free host for this purpose. This one we are doing now. I did it. And then the URL I got was, I made up, was www.dmi11.freebytes.us. I already registered it. It's already on the net. But I'll show you the process. In case we got stuck at any point, I'm going to use the one I already done. Okay? Now I want to open the page so you can see. It will be waiting for us. Because whatever we put up now, this is the site. So it's www.dmi11 together, no space, .freebytes.us. That's the URL for this. For the host we register for this purpose. Now, how do I go about? How do I achieve this? And please look up. By the time you go to the site, by the time you type the URL, it should take you here. This is exactly what you should see the first time you get there. www.freebytes.us. Now, you can read through what they have, the services they render for you. They give you 5,500 megabytes of space, 200,000 megabytes of bandwidth, on and on like that. All that they give you for free. But all you need to do when you get here, just click on sign up. Here, down there. Sign up. There. Click up for sign up. Sign up means to register a free domain with them. So by the time you click on sign up, it takes you to the next field to require your data, some information from you, which is your first name, your last name, the name of the site, your domain name you want. All right? Then it will do a query into their own search engine to see if somebody else have not used the name. If you have it, they will give it to you. Then you just follow through the regular form filling online to get it done. Now, what I did when I was registering for the class, like I said, what I did is that can you see this? It says sub what? Subdomain. Subdomain. You see, so what we have when we register free is sub to a real domain. Okay, so what I did, I said, okay, for my domain, I typed in DMI11, okay? That's what I typed. Then on the password, you make that one up for yourself, okay? You make a password for yourself. It must be up to, I think, 8 characters, as it were. Then you place it there. Then they will require from you, listen, they will require from you, sir, and what? An email, okay? So that email, it should be an active email you are using, because after you sign up, they are going to send you a confirmation mail. So it's very important. Inside that mail will contain your access key. I call it key because with those access key, you will be able to enter into their computer. Now listen, I don't know where these guys where they are right now. Perhaps they are in the US, okay? They might be in the US. But they give me access to the portion of their computer because they have a server that is 24 hours online. So they are able to host your site. So the email is important to give them the right one. All right. Now, okay, I did something like that. Now the next thing I did, I came down here and I choose for what purpose am I putting up this site. It's up to you. You can say business, you can say hobby, forum, adult, whichever one. Just make a choice. I choose personal. Now down here, what's your site language? What language will you be communicating to people with? If you want Chinese, you can add Chinese. If you say non-English, of course, they will give you option to choose Chinese and or Polish language. Then the next thing you do, of course, English. Now the next thing you do, you'll be required to type in the security code down there. Now listen, when you get to that security code, don't make up any security code. All you just simply need to do, sir, copy the one you see on top into the field down there. Okay, so you type it there. Thank you. Listen, it's not case sensitive, okay? It's not case sensitive. You can put capital A, it doesn't matter. You can put small a. But if it is case sensitive, they will say case sensitive. That means you type exactly what they type. Well, at this point, it's not. All right? So when I did that, I click on register. If I do this now, it won't go. But if you click on register here, on your own case, okay? Click on register. It takes you to the next page. I've seen your face so before. Okay, so it takes you to the next page. Tell you to click on continue. There. Click on continue. And then you continue the process. At the end of it all, now I know I'm going to have a problem. You know why I'm going to have a problem? Because I already, yes, I've already used the information, but I'm just trying to show you. But what I can do here, now, who has a Gmail account here, sitting in front? Gmail account, email, Gmail. Come, sir. Please, type your Gmail account. Now, I want him to type it so you see what happens. Okay, but eventually at one point I will stop. But this is the process you have to go through when you are registering yours. Thank you. Okay, so, okay, password. I'll make up a password. All right, so click on register. So now you click on continue there. You move to the next field. So basically you follow the process and then you will get the confirmation mail in your box. Then at that point, you will just sit back and say, yes, you have registered a sub-domain name, not a real domain, sub. Okay? Now, by the time you get to anyway, so let me take you to, all right, so it takes you to this page, requesting that you type exactly what you see. If you look at here, there's an information you're supposed to type here. Type exactly what you see there. So you type it, and then you click on register. Okay, now it says and account activation have been sent to your box. So if he checks his account, all right, if he checks he's going to see an email from them requesting that you click that link. Now listen, when you click that link, this is what you will see. So I take you here now. So this is how I come about this one that we are going to use now. Please, can you see the screen? Okay. Now look at it. This is what you will get. As soon as he goes back and click on that link, it brings him to this window. Now listen, this information is very key for you to access their computer. It's very key for you to access their server. If you don't get this, that means you're uploading, because when you transfer file from your computer to another system on the net, it's called uploading. Okay, that process will not be, you won't have access to perform that process if you don't get this to this point. Do you understand me? Now, since I've done this, these are the important things you need to take look, to keep in mind. The first one is the place it says your FTP username, it will be there. Your FTP password, it will be there. Then, of course, lastly, FTP host name. Those areas are very key, because eventually, when I want to transfer what we do now to the net, we're going to be using that. Okay? So that's the process of setting up a free host. So please, by the time you are practicing on your own, ensure that you get this information. All right? Okay, so I'm going to stop that on registering host. Now I'm going to take us back to front page to quickly put up the site. Then we'll go lastly to how to use the FTP program. We call it FTP, File Transfer Protocol. To use the FTP software to now transfer the site to the internet. So that's where we are going to stop. Okay, so now we are going to the front page to quickly put up a site. Then, of course, we come back to the FTP program. This process is how to register the free. I hope you understand this. Thank you. So we are going to go to the front page. Now, please, if you don't have front page, get an engineer to install it for you. All right, so pay attention. Now, this is what a front page environment looks like. It's a very simple application. At least if you have used your Microsoft Office, you should be familiar with this. Like I said, if you know copy and paste, putting up a site is as easy as anything using this application. Because what I'm going to do right now is not going to be magic. It's just that I've done the first thing first. And then most time when you want to design a site, the first thing first, aside from getting domain name and hosting, is again, get all the resources. When I mean resources, what your site will contain. First of all, sit down, the content, the graphics, if you are using, the video, okay? Then anything that you want to put on your site, please, first sit down, get it together in your computer. If you need to copy from anywhere, type it. Use your Microsoft Office to type it down. So eventually when we come to front page, we'll just do what we call copy and what? And paste it. And then of course we format it. Okay? All this I'm saying is still boiled down to what we call computer appreciation. Okay? So that is as easy as it is using front page. So for this tutorial, I've taken time to gather some material that I'm going to be using. I've taken time to gather graphics, to get graphics. I've taken time to get text. So what I'm going to be doing now, I'm going to be copying it where I've saved it in my computer. I'll start copying it and then paste it on this environment. Then we see how easy it is. The first thing first, when you are on front page, sir, watch me. Now front page has, if you look at any website, Now, if you visit any site or sites you have visited, now you will begin to imagine how things are placed on that site. What do I mean? How things are placed? Now you will visit some sites. You will see on the site. You will see graphics, like Yahoo, for instance. If you check Yahoo, you see graphics, you see text. Everything is we call it, they lay it out in different parts of the page. Now you'll be wondering, how did they come about this? All right. Now the truth is that what you can't see is because it is hidden. Now most of this laying is done using what we call table. We use table to separate the text from the graphics, all right, to create columns and all that. We use what we call table, okay? But because after you design, there is a command we give to it to tell the browser to hide the table. So you won't see the table, you only see the arrangements, all right? So, but if you look at Yahoo properly, of course, the use of table make it easy to be able to lay it separately. So because of this, I'm going to return us to the front page now. And front page is such a good application, very good, that it has what we call an inbuilt table template. If you want to use it, if you don't know how to insert table, just go to the template. And how do you access that if you are using front page? Very simple. You go to the edit, okay, on your menu. You point your mouse to edit, okay, from the options. You will choose where it says tax pane. Okay, sorry, did I say edit? Please change it to view. The view, okay, the view portion of it, and then you see tax pane. Click on it. There, you click on it, and then when you click, it brings out this option, getting started. Here, it brings you this option, because sometimes why I'm taking time, because if you look at the screen, I already have this out there, but you might launch your front page and you don't see this. Sometimes it's hidden, so don't get confused that I can't find it. So where to get it? You go to the view and then look for it. As soon as you click, it brings out this. Okay. Now from this option, click on the drop down arrow. There's a drop down arrow there. Click on it. All right. As soon as you click on it, another options appear, just like you are seeing now. Tax pane. And at this point, you will click where it says layout tables and cells. Layout tables and cells. If you hit on that button, okay, if you hit on that button, now look at the footer part of this page, the down part of it. If you look at this, these are table design. We call them templates, pre-designed table. So if you just want to, you just click on that option and choose anyone. What happens? By the time you choose, watch this example. I'm choosing one. Now, by the time I click on this, what happened to the working area of this system? Can you see that? What happened? It is demarcated. It has been demarcated to align or to blend with your option. So now, sir, if I'm designing now, I can put text in this cell. I put graphics there. I put other, I can put sound or movie on that column. At that point, I've used different, I've added different things on that page. But if I have not used table, sir, if I have not used table, it won't be possible. Do you understand? If we don't use table, it will be possible. So that's why table are very key when you are designing a site. Okay? Now, okay, so that is that. That if I'm using it. But for this tutorial, this purpose, I am not going to be using. I'm not going to be using a pre-designed table. I want to create my own. I can do it myself without using a template. So I'm going to close that. I'm going to close this. I will save it, and then I will click on new, because I want to design it myself. I don't want to use a template. I just give you that option in case, okay, you want to use a design, a template. Now click on new. All right, I close that. Now from the menu, I click on table. Okay, from the menu, click on table. There is a table option on the menu. Click on table. That if you are creating the table yourself. But if you don't want to create it, no problem. Just choose a pre-designed one and go ahead with your work. Okay. So I click on table. Then I choose insert table from the options. As soon as you click table, another menu appears. Then in that menu, choose insert table. As soon as your mouse pointer is pointing to insert, another window or another options will pop out the way you are seeing on the screen. Then from there, you will click on table. Now watch this. I go again, table, I click, then insert, I point to it, then I have another sub-menu popping out like that, which give me options to click on table. Then I click on the table. Now watch the screen. Is the table property box. Okay, this is the table property box. At this place, you have options to decide if I want 10 columns, if I want 3 rows, if I want the size of the table to be bigger than, you choose, you make options here. This is where you make options. Now, if you look at what we have on that property box, we have rows, we have column, we have alignments, we have floats, we have cell padding, and then we have cell spacing, all and all, and then table size, and of course we have border, all the options. But watch the one I'm going to use for my purpose. Now, first of all, I don't want 2 rows. I just want 1. So I'm going to choose 1 by removing 2 there. I don't want 2 columns. I'm going to choose 1. All right. Now, if you check what it says there, alignment, I'll pop down the alignment option and I will choose center. I want my table to be centralized. That's what I've done. I want the table to be in the center of the working environment. I don't want to be left. I don't want to be right. I want to be the center. Now, I want the flow to remain default. Now, watch this. This is very important. Now, if you leave your table at 100%, that means it's going to take the area on your screen. But see, now it now comes to your creativity, what you want to do. Because some fellows, we want it to be 100%. They want a big banner on their site. But what we've discovered, from the guru, as it were, because we read all these guys every day, all the Max Fleming and Erwin Chair and all the rest of them. When we read from them, some of them said, when your table is too large, there's a way the readers are distracted. So make it align at the center. So you give them a center of focus. So this is the trick. I'm giving you 2. I have to buy the book to read it, but I'm giving you free. Anyhow. Okay. So they say make it centralized. So they will focus on it. So they don't, move to the left and move to the right. So that's where we got this trick. So we too are applying it. And to be frank, it's working. Anyhow, so watch this. I align it at the center. I make it to be at the center. Then I want this cell space to be 0. The party to be 0. Okay, but I want the width to. I want the size to be 50. Now listen. We have 2 options there. If it's in pixels, then you have to define the half of it. But for you to start doing that, it might take time. So best bet, choose the option that says what? Percentage. So at that point, when I say 50%, what have I done? Half of what? 100. Very simple. So basically, I want it at 50. I leave 50 there. Then watch this. Borders. Now, down there, borders, size, I have 1. Listen, I have 1. Now, that thing I told you, that Yahoo, all of them use table, but you won't see it. This is where the magic comes to play now. Watch. If I leave this border at 1, if I view this page, you will see the table. But if I say border 0, hello, border 0, by the time I put that site on the internet, you will see the table, but it is there. But I've just said the border to be what? To be 0. Okay, so if I leave it at 1, for example, let's look at it. I said, okay. Now watch that. That is the table in the center. Somebody will say, this small. Now, but watch this. By the time I begin to add to it and I press enter, that table what? Expands. So it can go on and on like that. Okay? So it expands. So it can give me room to insert whatever I want to use there. Okay? So, now, but one thing I didn't tell you, which I should quickly add here, is that front page has 3 views. Very important. You should know that when you are using it, it has 3 views. Did I say 3? Okay, it has 4 views. View. When I say view, it's for you to be able to see your work as you are working on it. You should be able to see what it looks like. Now, those views can be seen at the base of it. Those views can be seen at the base of it on the left side. Now, what those views were, number 1 view there, we have design, the design option. Then we have the split option. Then we have the code option. Then lastly, I have the preview. Okay, I will explain them one by one. 3 view, we have the design, the split, and the code. And then, of course, the preview. Now, the design, as you are seeing me now, I am working on the design view as it is. Now, the split view, watch this. Those of you that are close, on the split view, what you have, now watch this, you have what we call the HTML tag, or you can say the HTML code here. But please don't bother yourself about the HTML, all right? Now, this area is still the design view. Now, because that view says what? Split. So it has split the screen into what? Into 2. Whereas you can see the HTML, you can see the design. Please don't mind that up part of it for now. Forget it. Okay, now the third one is the code. Now basically, this is the HTML. Once upon a time, to design a website, you must learn HTML. That's once upon a time. So please don't go to once upon a time. Just, move forward. Leave the once upon a time. I don't use HTML anymore. Okay? Now, so this is the HTML view of this application. And lastly, we have the preview. Now, this preview, now listen, this preview, whatever you see on the preview, listen, sir, please pay attention. Whatever you see on the preview is the same thing you will see when you transfer it to your host. There is no 2 ways about it. So what you don't see here, hello, by the time you transfer it to the internet, you won't see it all. So you must ensure that as you are designing your site, you are watching the preview to see the results you will have at the end. Okay? Thank you. So now let's move back to the design view, back there. Now, if you check the preview, you can easily see the table. Can't you see? Can you see the table? Now, fine. Let's go back to the design view and quickly do something. I right click and I click on tables, properties. All right. That's for you to edit the table after you have created it. I go back, just right click the empty space and then choose your table properties. And then please move to the border area to see what I've explained before and add 0 to that and click apply and then OK to it. Now watch the screen. What did you see? You can still see line, but it's not really line. It looks like what? Dots. Thank you. Dots. On the design view, you will see dots. But on the preview, you will see magic. The more you see, the 0 you... how do you say it? Is it the more you look? All right. Now, is it that there is no table there? Is there no table? There is. So that's the trick. Sometimes when you watch the site, you will see one flying on the left, and you won't see any demarcation. It has been, I mean, that command has been issued during the design. Okay, so far, please, am I carrying you guys along? So for now, I'm going to be using the borders. Okay, so now the next thing I want to do, which I've explained, because I've taken time to type out what I need on this site, which you should do. It's confusing when you just sit down and say, I want to design site, and you have not had anything. It will take a long time. Because at that point, you are sitting, you are thinking. But if you have done the thinking through, and then you have gathered the material, hello, this is very interesting. It's sweet, more or less. All you just do is just copy, paste, copy, paste. I know I did a class, and someone was like, everything is just copy, paste, copy, paste. I said, yes, now, because I've done the hard job. So if you do the job, it will be copy, paste, copy, paste. That's as easy as it will look. All right, so like I said, I've taken time to type out some text. All right, so I'm just going to copy this. Do you see what I did? I think I should explain it. So let me not just assume. All right. Okay, first for you to get the text that you want to use on the page, you need to you go to the application. It could be Microsoft Word, it could be Notepad, it could be which one again? Any of the word processing application. So all you need to do is highlight. And highlighting is simple. Just click your mouse. As soon as you see the black dot, that black dot, all you need to do, hold down your mouse, okay, the left part of it, hold it down and spread it over the entire text you want to copy. That's all. That's highlighting it. Simple. Now watch this. I click down my mouse, I spread it over all the text. What I've done, I've highlighted that particular, that text, those texts. Then I will right click it. Hello, right click. Then when you right click, look at the options. If you check the options, you have a cut, you have a copy, you have a paste, you have fonts. So please use the copy to pick it away. But if you don't want it here again, you can use the cut. All right, so I'm going to copy it. Now I will jump back to my front page. Back to my front page. I place my cursor there. You can see my cursor blinking because I want this full to be my header. So I'll right click, I'll say paste. There. I've gotten that text. Now, what I need to do here, I do formatting. Formatting is changing the character, the text, adding color, making it bold and all that. That's formatting, just changing the font type. Now, so I'm going to format this. The same thing you did to copy. Do what? Click down to highlight the entire text, and then whatever you do applies to it. First of all, I want to centralize it there. I want to increase the size. Okay, I want to increase the size. You can use this option and click down and make it 24. Now if you look, it is module up, can space out. Another way to do that now, if you look at it, it looks what? It's cluster, right? If you look at the text. Now, if you have that situation, all you need to do is still formatting it, highlight the entire text like I've done, and then come under format itself. On your menu, you click on format. Then from the option of format, you look for where it says paragraph. Paragraph over there. You click on it. Okay? You click on it. Then where it says line spacing. Line spacing. I want line between those texts. So what do? I'll say after I will click I will increase it to expand it. Now as I increase it, you will see this what you call the preview, showing you what will be happening by the time you apply it. Now if I click on OK, okay, fine, I still have to do more of that. The preview will show you. That's right. Okay. So I have to increase the value the more, because to really see the effect, we have to increase the value to expand it the more. Okay. I'm going to explain why it's not visible as it is now. I'm going to explain why. Let me just show you. Now, I did something there, but I will explain to you, okay? I did something, but I will explain to you, so in case it happens. Now listen, I copied this from a site on the internet, okay? I copy it from a site on the internet. Now listen, each time you copy a text from the internet, sometimes there are certain codes that they use to create those texts. Listen, certain code that they use to create those texts. If you don't, more or less, this computer terms, if you don't debug it, like flush out those code, it will still be affecting the text. Now, how do we flush out? So most time when you copy from any site on the internet, I want you to use it. First of all, take it to your notepad. That's what I did now. You ever take it to your notepad. So notepad will more or less flush out the code. So you have that text as it is. That's what I just quickly that I did now. But let me just show you that process again. Now, if you look at the text, I copied it directly from the internet. This is what I have. Now, if I go directly to my front page, I have problem with it. It is cluster. All right? If I expand it, it won't work the way I want. Now, what you do, so what you do, if you look at it now, it is slapping. Look at it is slapping now. So what you do in that case, just copy it. Pick up the text. Right click, let's use the command cut. Okay? Go to your notepad. And please, you don't have to buy notepad though. Notepad is in your... Yes, I need to say that because somebody might ask an engineer, do I have a notepad? And he might tell you don't have a notepad. He has to install it and collect money from you. So that's why I'm using that. It has, see, when I said, what made me to say it? Because it has happened. Because somebody wants to feed, because you don't know it and they know it. So please, you don't have to buy notepad. Notepad is always in your computer. If you have a Windows SP, Windows operator, anyone, there is a notepad. But to access it, you go to start. When you move to start, you move to programs, all programs. You move to all programs. Okay, you move to all programs. You look for what it's accessories, if I'm right. You look for accessories. From accessories, you should see it somewhere there. Okay, all programs. There is an accessory somewhere. Yeah, accessory. Then you will see notepad. Okay. So it's always there. Don't buy it. So like I said, you copy that text, whichever text you've copied from the net. You copy it, you go to the notepad, you paste it there. Okay? So what it has done for you is that it will remove any code that has been used to create that text. It will remove it. So you have the raw material as it is. So from there now you can now do another copy, and then of course take it back to the front page and then paste it. At this point I have it as raw as it is, so I can do whatever I want to do. I want it to be my header, because for me I want to sell with these sites. Okay, I increase it. So I can add color to it to make it eye-catching. All right, according to the gurus, normally I like to quote the gurus. They say the two colors that gets people to really stay. They say it's a red, they say it's a yellow. So we make use of these two colors a lot. All right. So when you are doing your own, to try to find a way to fine tune your site, but please don't paint your site like rainbow. Don't make it 7 colors. That will put people off. When it's too colorful, they will run back. So, but just choose your color, but ensure you use some red in it or yellow. Okay. Now that will be my logo. I'm selling. All I want to do is to get the kill here. So the next thing, now listen, oh. Now listen. Yes, you can use this method if you want. But eventually, if you keep browsing sites, you will be getting different ideas on how to put up your site. Now, creativity is needed when you are putting up your site. And I've ever teach people that, how do you get creative? Okay? How do I do it? Please ask me, how do I do it? Thank you, sir. I will go online. I'll be checking other people's sites. I'll be checking other people's sites. And then they copying how some of the things they do. Me to add it to my... I'm creative. So that's the way you should do it too. But if you... come again? No? Yes, fine. But it's not imitating as in copy. Thank you, sir. I like the word ideas. Ideas. Well, copycatting, well, I'm not copycatting as in copying. I'm just saying, some of them I put graphics on the left. I might put it on the right. Okay? Anyhow, so that's just the trick. I just give you the trick, the way I do it, so you can equally, borrow from it. I'm coming, I'll answer that. Now, one other thing you should know is that there is nothing you want to design that has not been designed before. So, mind you, if you do anything new, nobody will go there. No, just know that. Now, what I'm doing generally, I'm just adding text to this page. Generally adding messages and then making it do it the way I want. Never mind all I have there, but just trying to fill it up. Now, too much of text. I think I need some graphics. Now, on front page, if you want to add graphics, you don't copy and paste. Though you can copy and paste, but it won't work perfectly. So, on front page, when you want to insert a graphics, you use the command called insert. Okay, from the menu, you click on insert from the menu, and you look for where it says pictures. Pictures. And of course, that still have a sub-menu. It has a sub-menu, but from the list of on the menu, please choose from file. Now, from file means you are choosing from your own computer. Yes. From a particular place you have saved it. So I'll click on that. All right. Then, of course, you will have the picture property box. But please, locate. Don't get to this point and give up and say you can't find your pictures. You have to locate it in your computer. For me, it's on the desktop. So what do? I'll click on the desktop. Look at this left part of the screen. I have desktop there. I hit on desktop. So it gives me the options, the things I have on the desktop. Now, I have it on a folder called Bootcamp. So I click on that. Then these are all the graphics I have there. So each one I click on now, I click on it and I click insert. It automatically appears on the page. Can you see that? That's a graphic. Then I can go ahead again. I still go through the same process. Now I'm kind of creating a site, advertising that I'm selling a video. So that's why I'm using those CDs. Then I'm still going to repeat it and choose another one and click on insert to have it there. Then I still go through as many as I want. Bless you. I'm still going to choose it again and then insert it. So on and on like that. On and on like that, I'll be inserting the graphics that I'm about. Mind you, sir, you will have taken time to either design the graphics or you buy the graphics. Don't copy somebody else's graphics. So listen. You can copy the pattern how they did their sites, but don't copy somebody graphics and put it on your own site like this. So this one is example. I'm just giving an example what happened. So if you know some graphic, good. But if you don't know some graphics, go to Google. Let me tell you how to get free graphics. The one they won't arrest you. Go to Google, type free so graphics. No, the one you get free so on Google is free. Use it. I hope you understand. But don't visit, like now you go to my site now, the one I show you, now say you like my face so much, and they just copy my face and then put it on your site. The day I see it, you know, okay, for example, let me just come to this. Let's say you like this, this book is good. You just like it, copy, take it to your site, paste it there and use it. No, that's not it. But if I want a book cover, hello, you know what I will do? I'll go to Google, free cover, free. Guess what? Image. It will bring plenty, lots of it. So at that point, if you use it, no problem. But if they don't want you to use it as free, those ones they will put something like a watermark with their name on it. They seal it. That means you cannot use it. Do you understand? So you can look for free on Google and still make use of it. You didn't pay for that one I give to you, but I'm giving you. Anyhow, so like I'm doing here, all I'm just doing is doing what? Inserting some pictures. Now, it is not good for your site to just have all-round text. I will be tired and I will leave the place. But you put a little text, put plenty graphics. Put a little text, put plenty graphics. As a matter of fact, how many of you know that the internet is changing? How many have noticed? What is the thing that is... God bless you, sir. You are current. Now, everybody is traveling away from reading. They want to watch what you are selling. Show us. You know, before you can say, hey, how to... Okay, they will buy ebook. They will read, and don't get it. The next time you advertise, they will buy ebook again. They will read, and don't get it. But today, when you sell ebook, you don't put a video. They will pass you. Because today it is more of picture. Let's see what you are saying. How do you get to do what you are doing? Enough of the talk. Like if I just come here, I just talk to people and say, thank you for listening to me. I walk out. Some people will say, this guy is not serious. So what has he talked about? But now we are seeing a practical demonstration on how to do it. Is it interesting? Anyway, so go ahead like that and then insert as many as you want. Okay, so depending on your creativity, you can arrange it the way you want. So I have text, I have pictures. Now, if I want to, let me show you a skill. Now, if I want this picture to be at the side of this text, what do I do? Because you have seen that before. How do I, achieve that? Now, what I would do is that I will issue a command on that picture to make it flexible, so I'll be able to move it to any position on the page. Okay? Now, that's one way. Another way is to add a table or a cell to that point and place the text in there. Okay, but the first one, let me demonstrate it so you see what I mean. Now this picture, I want it to come up here. Okay, now if you look at it, what happened? It has separated the text, more or less scatter it. It's not more interesting, it's not readable if you look at it. But if I issue the command, the text will not flush in there. It will give it a space. Now watch. All I need to do, watch me, sir. I right click on the picture, right click on it, right click, for you to make it flexible so you can place it at any point in your site. Okay, right click on the picture. Then from the list there, you will see what we say pictures properties. From the option, you will see picture properties. Now, click on picture properties. Now your picture properties dialog box give you 3 options. It's that you place the you make it none. None will be at any position. You place it at left, and then please at right. Now this is not where I'm taking you. I'm sorry. Let me give you the right thing. I'm sorry. Don't just hold on. Let me give you the right thing. Go back to format. It's not picture properties. It will be position. Position. Let me correct that. Position. Position, not picture properties. Okay. Go to format. Look for picture position. All right. So click on position. Now you click on position. It gives you different position. Now the yellow you are seeing in the middle is representing what? The picture. All right. So whatever you see, the way how the yellow appears on that screen, that's exactly how the picture will appear on your page. Now if we look at this, all I want to achieve, I want the picture on the right side. So I will choose the right here. Now if you watch the lines, the line is connoting what? The text. Thank you. So I will click on it and then I click OK. Now basically I can move this text here and I won't have any problem. It won't flush inside the text anymore. Can you see that? They can now stay side by side because I have, issue a command to position it on the right side. I hope you understand. Okay, so you can go on and on like that and then keep. So I need some more text down after the pictures. Okay, so did you notice what I did? I just copy and what? And paste it. Okay, so basically that's how easy it is when you first of all, take those materials together. Now, on and on like that, then I can get to the. I'm just going to use some of this, my text here. I'm just going to make use of it to represent the importance of the product. I can make a bullet like that to give you the importance of the product, why you should buy the product, on and on like that. Now, all I'm doing is to do what? To format the text, to make it align. Okay, so this one could come, depending on what you are doing. The bullet can come before the product or after, depending. The bullet is just telling you this is what you will learn from the product, or this is what the product will do for you. Number one, it will make you faster. Number two, you will not sleep too long. Number three, you will be able to shout and everybody will hear you. Number four, on and on like that, the benefits of what you are communicating, you highlight them and then put it there. So finally, I will come to the base and say, okay, if you feel you want to buy it. Now that aspect I'm going to explain a little bit. If you feel you want to buy the product, then hurry up. I will tell you how I come about this by the time I do it, so you'll be able to get it when you need it. You need it. Now, watch this. I did this On purpose. Now, if you look at this, it looks like what? Like a code. That's a code. It's not really a text. That's a program. What I've just added here is a program. Now, I've added it directly on the design view. And then what do I have? I have code there. Now, this does not mean anything to anybody. Does it mean anything to you? Now, if you get a code, which you will get, I will show you how to generate code. If you generate code or some effect you want to use on your site, if you place it on your design view, like I have done, you just get the code back to you. But instead of placing it here, watch this process. If I highlight this code and cut it, I'm removing it from there. Now watch where the split view comes to play when you are designing. I will choose the split view there. Now watch. By the time you see the cursor blinking the way it is here, now on the code area, which is this, the HTML area, that cursor is still there. The same place is appearing on your design view. It's the same place that will appear on the code. Now, where is it here? Sir, please look here deep. You see a blue color there, bold one. That is the cursor represented here in the code area. This blue here, there. Now, I want that code to display at the center. Are you hearing me? I want to display at the center of my page, down at the footer. So, what do I do? Now, watch this area. Still from your standard formatting toolbar there. I will click center there. Now, if you watch this code, it shifted, yes or no? It shifted. That means it has aligned to the center. Now, if I click here where the code is where the cursor is in the code view, if I click it, watch what happens in the design view. The cursor here will what? Freeze. That means this one is active now, and this one is not active. So, why am I taking time to explain? I brought in a code that will generate the payment button. Hello, listen. That will generate the payment button so that when they want to buy, they click on that button, it takes them to my payment processor, more or less. It takes them to my merchant, my payment processor, because on the internet, you don't collect money by yourself, do you? We have what we call merchants. They are payment processor. They collect money on your behalf. If you are collecting money yourself, that means you won't sleep, because 24 hours people are on the net, so you'll be up waiting for somebody to buy for you to collect money. But with their own service, you can go to bed and still money is coming in. So that's how convenient it is if you're able to do it properly. So watch me. I'm going to paste that code inside where the cursor is in my code area. Right click. You know, remember I already copied it. And I come here and I say paste. Alright? Now, when I paste it, you won't still see anything on the design view. But when you save, hello sir, when you click on save or preview, if you click on preview immediately and scroll down, you should be able to see it there. Hello? So, by the time you say the prospect likes the product, all right, and they click here. Now, they have how many options to pay me on that button? Thank you. Now, I am not only selling to you guys, I'm selling to somebody whenever, everywhere. So that's why I put PayPal. I have a MasterCard, Visa card, and then of course, FastyCash is one of our companies here in SCDC that helps you do your business. I've done business with it quite well, and of course I've made money from it. Perhaps if time permits, during the course I'll be teaching you how to create video tutorials. I'll be able to show you some of my stats, how money is coming in and all that. But basically, they are efficient. You can use them, to set up your own payment solution. So, sir, this is the code. You saw code, but here we are seeing what? Graphics. Aha. So that's the way it works. Now, does it work? If I hit on this button, I'm clicking on it now, despite I have not uploaded it, but I'm connected to the internet. If I click on this button, it should take me to FastiCash site. That one is not my business anymore. I did not design the site. All I get from them is the code. So they will do their own. Mine is mini. Put their tag there, their button there, and go to bed. Every other thing is done by who? FastiCash. Okay? So that's how easy it is. Now, so I have the code there. Too much space. Place your cursor to reduce it. Place your cursor on top and press your delete key to reduce it. Alright? Right click the entire code button and place it at the center. Can move it up a little bit. Okay? Make it interesting. Alright, so on and on like that. And then finally I might decide I've said too much, I'm enough. I put my details there. I'm just copying this for time's sake, but please, you can type it, your copyright and all that, and paste it there and say thank you for buying and all that and all that and all that. So I can as well say this one is ready for me to transfer to the what? To the web. If I transfer this and I have good product, I can bet you when you guys go back to the house, you will give it a second look and say perhaps you want to buy. But don't buy this. I'm not selling anything. I'm just using for a demonstration. Okay. Now, as soon as this is done, then the next thing I want to do is to save it. I will take my time to explain this area. It's key. Because I've seen some people, after we do a class like this, they tell me, but when I upload it, I did not see it. Or they will say, I saw it, but the picture is not there. Instead, I will see an X sign with a box. How many have visited the site? Instead of you to see a picture, you see an X, and then you see a box. Aha. Now, those happens. You know why it happens? Because when they design, listen, by the time we have designed this site, now everything we've used on this site, listen, everything means everything. If we don't save it in a folder, hello sir, that's to be organized now. Everything you use, all the material, the graphics, the text, the video, everything must be in one folder. Now, let's create a folder. Now, for those of us that still need to learn this, please look at the screen. I know our levels are different, but those of us that want to learn that, please look at the screen. To create folder is easy. Now, I'm assuming, this is your desktop as it is now. I want to create a quick folder there. What you do, simply right click on the empty area. Just right click the right side of your mouse, right click. Alright, from the menu that pops up, look for the option new. Okay, look for the option new. Move your mouse to it. Another menu will pop out just like it has done there. Then choose the first option on that menu, which is folder. Choose the option folder. That's it, and your folder is created. Now if I click on it, watch, I click on that. Now watch this here. This is my folder that's created for me. Now it will be prompting you to give it a different name, because by the time you create it, it will give you new folder. Now it will not prompt you to add a customized what name for it. So you can say DMI 11 or whatever. So I'll just type DMI11. Okay, and that becomes the name of that folder. Okay, so that's how easy it is to create. Now, another thing you do, like I said, every other thing we've used on that site should be in one folder. Please, sir, listen. Everything you use should be on that folder. But I'm not going to move it because I already create a folder for what I've done. Hello, sir. I already create a folder. I use Boot. Who knows it? Bootcamp. I already create a folder. So this is all I use on that site. Hello. Okay. This is all I use on that site. I already created a folder, but I'm showing you how to go about creating a folder. So everything you will use, you will add it to that folder and save it. As you begin to pick it, make sure you are picking from that folders. Please, it makes you to be organized, and of course, you won't have to lose any of your data when you're uploading. Now, the next thing I want to quickly show you Now, somebody will be asking, how do you, let me just quickly conclude with this. Okay, let me conclude with this. Now, now for those of you, this presentation, I want to add what we call how to make a downloadable link on your site. All right, when you say click here to download, all right, I want to quickly do that. So this presentation I created, I'm going to add it to that site so that when you go back, you can still download it from the internet. Do you understand? So you can still, go to this site and download it. So I'm going to make it a downloadable product. Okay? So I'm assuming this is the product you are buying. This one, like an ebook, as it were. So I'm saying website 210. Remember what I said? But mind you, please don't mix it up. I just want to show you that aspect, how to create it. But if you really create a product that needs client to buy, your merchant will give you a code. And of course, by the time you sign up with a merchant, they create an avenue for you to transfer your product to their site. So when they buy, they will be able to download. Okay, they will create that for you, so for you to be able to link it. But this one is that if you want a downloadable, you want to give an option. For instance, maybe you are saying hello. Maybe you are saying join my free newsletter opt-in. You might not put opt-in, but for you to get free newsletter or you to get free this. Okay, enter your email and click here to download, sign up, thank you, and click here to download. So that download that we do, how do they create it? That's what I want to quickly show you. So you'll be able to integrate that if you are creating your site. So watch this. So simple enough, I can come down here. So I can say something like click here. Sorry. Okay, let me auto-correct it. Okay, something like this. So I say something like click here to download to download my free ebook. Now listen, I'll make this, watch here sir, I'll make this clickable. Okay, click here. So this is what I did. I highlighted the word here. Now watch, very important. I have to link it with the product so they'll be able to get it. So I'll right click on it. So I watch the screen, right click. Then from these options, you will see where it says hyper link. Do you see that? Hyper link, make a link, more or less. Hyper link. So I'll click on hyperlink. Okay, so when you get to the hyperlink interactive box here, you are supposed to now locate the product you want to link that you want to make that link to what? To activate it. Thank you. Now, what do? I have to locate locate where it is. Where is that product? It's on my folder, in my folder, Bootcamp. Thank you. And then the location of that folder is where? On my desktop. So you have to locate it. If not, it won't work. So for me to locate that, I will have to go to okay, I have to go to my desktop here. Okay, click on my desktop. This Bootcamp, do you see that? Click that and then open it. Then I'll look for that presentation, look at it, web design. Do you see that? So I'll click on it. Click on it and then issue the command what? Okay. So it is done. Now immediately, anytime you create a hyperlink in front page, immediately change the color to what? Color blue. Okay, it changed the color to color blue. Then for you to know it is clickable, by the time you go to the preview page, you will not see a arrow pointer anymore. Like now we can see a arrow pointer here. Do you see that arrow point? The pointer is arrow shaped now, right? But if I move here to the preview environment, you will see what? A hand icon. So anytime you see that, remember, you know what it means when you see that on the internet. It means what? It's clickable. That's why they put the hand sign. So it's clickable. Okay, so that's that. Now I already created the link. So by the time I click this now, watch this. If I click this, it should pop. It should, if by the time I save it and click it, it will pop up the presentation and you'll be able to see it. But when I'm transferring it to the web, I must transfer that file to the internet too to make it downloadable. Hello? If I create the link and I don't upload it to the server, hello, if you click, nothing comes. But that product must go to the web. Now, on a lighter mood, let me just say what somebody told me when I was doing one of the class. He said, when I explained this aspect that, hey, you upload the products to the web and then it's clickable. Now the guy now said, hey, by the time they click it, we finish now. What is finished? He said, very funny guy. He said, it will finish now. I said, no, sir, it will finish. I said, what they are just doing is making a copy of it. The original will still be where it is. So every other person in the world, they said we have 7 million. So if the 7 million decide to download this, excuse me, sir, when they all have it, you still have the original there. It won't go anywhere. All right, so that's that. Now let's save this. Okay, let's save it. Remember, let's save this. Very important. Now, it's very important that you understand this, because if you don't do it right, it won't work again. Now this is a mini page, all right? Now by the time you want to save it, don't save it with the name mini page. No, sir, don't. Now don't save it with your name. No, don't do that, because that's the only page we have, except if you have more than one. You know, like I said, a mini site could be 1 or 2 pages, right? So, but even if it's one like this, please save it with the name index.htm. Hello, index.htm. Index. So I'm going to hit on save now. Save. Then of course, by the time I'm hitting on save, I'm not going to leave it at this folder, because this is not my folder I create. This one is my website, not my website. My page is on the desktop. My folder is on the desktop, and it's called what? Bootcamp. So I'll click on it. That's where I want it to be saved. There. It's already open. Now if you look at the file name here, it already have, because it's the first page I create on front page, it already have the name what? Index. Never mind. Front page will automatically add the HTML. So don't leave it at index as it is that way, because the first page you are creating. Just leave it at index, because somebody might be saying, why must it be index? This is why it must be index. Because by the time you upload your site to the web server, there is something we call spider. they call it a search engine. Normally they use the terms as spider to demonstrate or to demonstrate, to refer to the search engine, because by the time you type www.julius.com, listen, the spider, which is search engine, will go through the web, all the web, to look for that name. Now listen, if he sees the folder that name is, it will not display the page until he sees a name, index.html. If he does not see anything like index in that folder, but Julius is there, guess what? It will open it all. So that's why your index must be present in the entire package. So that's why when we design website, the first page, which is we refer to as the home page, we normally name it as what? Index.html. We don't remove it. So if I now have like 10 pages, other pages I can now begin to say, okay, contact page, about us page, it could be those names. But the first page, which is your home page, must be what? Index.html. If you don't do it, if you upload, you won't see anything. Okay? Very important. Now, another thing you want to do is that page title, you can say, for me, it's DMI. Now, page title, you can give the page title with the title you want it to be. You can say your home page. That's on page title here. Click it to change the name. But sir, please, this one must remain what? File name must be indexed. Another thing is that you locate your folder like I've done. I've located my folder on the desktop there. Then I will click on save. Okay? Then I will click on save. All right. So if you succeed in doing this, then I will tell you, congratulations, you have succeeded in creating a mini site for yourself. Then, like I told you, that's not the end, it's the beginning. You can now, if you want to use that as a skill, that's what you want to do. You want to learn everything it takes to become a web developer or designer and all that. Then you still need to go further. But sir, if you have something you want to say this night, if you can do this and put it on the net, and it is something me too I'm interested in, I will gladly go there and buy. So that is how it works. Okay? That is how it works. Now, I told you the last... Thank you. Now, the last aspect, I'm not done yet. Don't go. Don't go yet. Thank you. We have done phase 1 and phase 2. And of course, the last phase, which is what? Transferring this stuff to the internet. Because if you get back to your base, those of you staying here and have internet access, I want you to check the site when you get back and then tell me what we need to improve. But that will be on Thursday when I come back to be with the class. Then you'll be able to tell me what I need to improve. Because eventually, I might develop this site and use it to do a certain business. I don't want to tell you, so you don't do it before me. Anyhow, now, let's now move to the next thing. Now, I want to do you guys a favor, okay? I'm going to do you guys a favor. I already created a video tutorial on how to upload, how to register. I'm going to give you free, okay? I'm going to give you free. Now, thank you. I'm going to give you that video free. Now, what does this video look like? Let me locate it so you can see exactly what you will have. Now, it's not web design, sir, but how to register domain name, how to upload to the internet. I did a comprehensive video that shows you step by step on how to do it. So this is the entire video. You can see it's on a folder, video 1 to video 6. So I already created, but you see that you are receiving, I guess you're going to be receiving some materials. I'm going to add it to it, so they will burn it to it. So watch out for the folder that have the name Julius on it. So inside you will see those videos. So sit back. As long as you have a computer, you should be able to watch it. let me show you a demo of what it looks like. You won't hear the voice because there's no speaker. You won't hear the voice because of, but those close can hear it. That's a tutorial. It's a video that will show you, but if you get home, plug your speaker to it, you should hear a voice that sounds like me. Okay? So I will give you those packages so you can make use of it. Alright? So watch out for that. So now let's quickly move to FTP quickly, and for me to do the uploading. Now you are going to be using this software a lot. Those of you that will further or that will be doing uploading, you are going to be needing this program. It's called Ace FTP. Never mind, I still have it in the folder I'm giving you. So all you need to do is to do what? To install it in your computer. By the time you finish your installation process, you should have an icon looking like that. You see the arrow, a red arrow and a blue arrow looking different direction. That you have it on your desktop. So by the time you pop it open, I'm going to open it. All right. So this is what FTP looks like. That's how the interface looks like. Okay. Now listen. By the time you install it, like I said, I'll give you. By the time you install it, you will definitely see this window, because I know some people call me and say, "Hey, man, this thing you give me is 30 days. After 30 days, do I buy it?" No, don't buy it. It's free. Now, all you need to do for you to get lifetime access to it, listen, just click on where it says get what? Free what? Registration code. What they will ask you? They will just ask you your email, ask you some few stuff. Then at the end, they will say check your box. Now, who wants to quickly guess what they are doing? They will get your email. You people are getting, you are coming now. You're already getting. They will just get your email, ask you some 1 or 2 questions. By the time you answer, they'll say, okay, thank you. Your code is already in your box. Go and collect it. Because if you give them wrong email, of course you won't get the code. You know that. So they already have your email. So they will send it to your box. And then when you get there, you will actually see the code. So all you will be required to is to fill in. If you have the code, you click on enter. Thank you. You just click on enter registration. It will ask you for the same your email. Then of course the code has been sent into your box. You copy it, paste it on the field required for it, and then you have access. It won't pop up again. All right. Okay, but this time I'm going to skip it. So this is the environment. Now, what do we need to set up here? We need to set up a connection to the host. A connection to the host. Remember, the internet is computer connecting to computer. That's all. So I need to connect to my host. Then how do I connect to my host? It's like somebody is giving me access to their house. If they don't give me the key, can I enter? If I enter, it's another thing. So now, listen. Remember when I told you we are signing up for domain name, you are going to get an information. Remember that? I said that you must ensure that information comes. This one, some of us have forgotten. Let me show you. This one, I said it will come. Something like this by the time you click, sir. If you check your box and click that link, you should have something like this. Remember I said it? This is the need. This way it is needed now. Okay? This way we need this now. Now listen. By the time you get to FTP, remember I'm on FTP. FTP will require that you set up a what we call a link to your host. You can use the word profile for it, because for me, I do a lot of web designing, uploading, and all that. I've done so many sites, so commercially, personally, and all the leads I've done it. Now, for you to keep track of which sites you are working on particularly, you need to set up profile for each of these websites you have. You know why? Because for the need to do what? To update. You know, when you create a site, you don't create a site and say, yes, I have finished, I won't touch it again. No. You might go and find something you need to add to it. What you have done there is called what? Updating. So by the time you update a page, you need to transfer it back to the what? To to the internet. So if you don't have it set up like this, each time you want to update, you now start afresh again. But if I set it for now, if I need to work on this site again, all I need to do, click, I connect to the server, I do my changes, send it back, and that's it. Okay? So please, it's important. Now, to do that, watch this. You click on this button, says connect. You click on connect. Now it brings you to the FTP site what? Profile. Okay? FTP site profile. Now, the next thing you will do, you click on, when you get there, you click on new site profile. You are new to this place. It will now, you will require to click on new site profile. Now, if I click on that, it pops up another dialog box. Required that I fill it. Now, the first thing is that it will ask you that please enter a descriptive name for this site. Descriptive name, that's why I say if you are doing a lot of web designing, you need to describe which site is which. So the descriptive name comes handy at this point. So for this site, I call it DMI. So for me to know which particular profile is this, I will just put DMI to represent the site. DMI 11, okay? That's that. That's the descriptive name for that website. Do you understand what I mean? Now, let's say we have another site again. Let's say homemaker.com. So, by the time I come here, the descriptive name will be what? Homemaker. So, it will now list there. So, each time I need to work on any of it, I'll just click directly. I hope that is clear. Now, the next thing is that enter what? Server. Now, please don't make it up. Don't make this up. This field. Don't try to make it up. All you need to do, go back to the message that the host sent to you. That's where the server is, for you to go and copy it and put it here. So use this my method. It's easy. So watch what I will do. Correct. Paste. I'll just quickly go there. Now watch. From the list of what they give me, say files and FTP settings. Now my server name, look at the list here. The first name I have is FTP username. The second one is FTP password. The next one is FTP host name. Now listen, host and server, they are the same. So whenever you see host and you see server, they are referring to the same thing. So for that our server name, what do I do? Look at in front. I have ftp.freebyte. Hello sir, I don't have a problem. I'll just expand my cursor on it. I'll right click, I'll copy it. I'll go back to my FTP. I'll go back to my FTP there. Okay, I'll go back to my FTP. Hello. On the server area, I'll right click, I'll do what? Paste it. Okay? That's it. That's done. Now the next thing I'm required to do, to put what? Thank you. User ID is the same as your user name. So fine. I will go back to that message. I'll look for where it says FTP user what? Name. I will please copy it as it is. Copy. And I will go return back to my FTP window. And I will do what? Paste. Now lastly, I will go there. The last one is what? Password. Thank you. This is my password. I will highlight it. And then copy. And then go back to that position. And then do the same thing. Password there. I paste it. Sir, please, if you do this, you have done the job. Don't do any other thing further. Just click on finish. Do you see that? Click on finish. Immediately, the profile will be set up for you there. So we have set up that profile to access the server. But before I access the server, there is something I need to show you. Okay, so I'm going to close this here, but I will return to it. I'll close it, I'll return to it. Now please take note. If you check the FTP environment, it has three areas. 1, 2, and 3. Do you see that? 1, 2, and 3. Now this one, this area you are seeing, where does it look like? Who can guess? Somebody is talking. Yes. Say it loud. Thank you. That is my computer area. My desktop area. Thank you, sir. So, sir, look at this place. It's my own computer. You see that place? Do you see anything there? You know why? Do you know why you can't see anything? That is your host area. Your hosts, the people I want to connect to, that is their area. But nothing will show until I do what? Connect to them. So please, whatever I take from here and transfer here, on that point, it's no more my own computer. It is a computer, I don't know where it is. Except maybe I find the address. But it might be far away Australia, it might be far away anyway, depending on your internet connect. Then you can now transfer. That's what we call uploading. Alright? Now, so I'm going to connect now for us to be able to log on to that host. I'll still click on connect. Remember, we have set up the profile, right? Right? We have set up the profile there. Then I'll click connect. Now watch. By the time it goes through, if you're, depending on your connection, can you see that? You will hear a sound. Then, sir, what do you see now? On the other side, can you see some files there? Now, where is that your computer? No more, not your computer. So, whatever I take from here now, I transfer here. Then, if you go to the web and type www.dmi.freebytes.us, what we've just done now, you will see it there. Okay? So, now watch me. Remember, this point now, I want to transfer what I have here to this place. So, what am I going to do? First of all, I'll locate the folder that contains the things I want to transfer on my desktop. Which folder is that? The bootcamp. Okay, I'll open it. Now, watch. I don't need this there, so let me delete it. It's going to be too large for me. Okay, let me just get rid of that. One minute, I need to get rid of the ones we don't need there. Because at the end, I'm going to be transferring everything to the page. Okay, so all right, so I've gotten rid of some of it. So all this I want there. Except this. All right, so what do I do? Watch. On the server side of the FTP, watch. On the server side here, I will click the button that says HT docs. I will click on it to expand it. Now, if I expand it, I'll click on it to open. If you take notes, on the folder I just clicked to open on the host side, there is a file name called what? Index. Can you see that? Index. That was why when we open it, listen, sir, watch. Let me just show you guys so you can understand. Remember the website address for you to check it when you get back is www.dmi11 together, no space, .freebytes.us. Okay, that's the URL. Okay, so I'll copy that. I'll go to the browser here. I'll paste it. Now, if we don't have an index, do you see this? We won't be able to see. This is the site, the space they've given me online already. Now, if I don't want you to see this again, watch what I'm going to do. I'll go back to my FTP. Watch this. I will click the file index. I'll delete it. That's from the host now, because that area has been given to me. So I don't need their index anymore. I need to place my own there so you can see my own site. So I've deleted theirs. Now, if I do a refresh on this, if you do a refresh, you will see any of this again. Sir, can you see that? We cannot see it again because why? Who knows why? Because I've deleted what? The index file from the host environment. Now, the next thing I want to do is transfer my own there. So we'll see the difference now. So I'll go back to the FTP. So the beauty about FTP is that as you are transferring, you are checking on the browser. If you are connected, you'll be seeing the changes that's happening. It's instant. Okay? So I will choose my index there. I will click on this button. Can you see that? On FTP, it has two buttons. One going to the left, one going to the right. So the one going to the host environment means what? Uploading. The one going to your own area is what? Downloading. So when you want to get what you have here back to your computer, you just click on the downloading part. It returns it to your computer. So that's how easy it is. So I'm going to click on that now. As soon as it goes, we'll go to the browser and refresh and see what happens again. What is happening there is the uploading aspect. So if we go to the browser immediately and do a refresh again and see what happens. Voila. So, sir, please look up. This is directly on the internet now. So when you go back, if you click that URL, you should be able to see what we have just done. But watch this. I'm going to show you something now. Now, if you scroll down, now, can you see any picture? You are just, who knows why? Thank you. We have not uploaded the picture. So that's what I'm saying. If you don't transfer everything or you don't have them in the same folder, this will happen. But right now we are live on the internet. So I need to transfer the pictures for us to see it. So how do? I go back to FTP. Now listen, sir. All these are the pictures. All that. So what do? I will highlight it. Thank you. I will highlight all of them and leave the index out because I already transferred the index and click on this button. Now the process begins again. It's uploading 11 items to the web. So sir, that is the way it works. That is the way it works. That's the secret behind web design, uploading, transferring and all that. But like I said, it is not a magic. Can I tell you the truth? When me too I start, you don't want to listen, you don't want to hear. As a matter of fact, when I succeeded in uploading one, I went to all this cyber cafe around and I was telling everybody, look at my site, look at my site. I did that. It was fun, but it encouraged me to go on. So by the time you try and do the first one like I've done it, guess what? You will just say, wow, so this is it. Then the next thing you'll be thirsty to do more. But please, as I've given it to you, it's as simple as this. No magic in it, nothing hidden. It's the way it works. Okay? But my advice is that by the time you want to take it to the next level, which is that you want to make it a career or something you want to work with, then you will need to, get your hand on, higher thing. But this is what I started with. Okay? This is what I started with. Okay? So my recommendation, like I said, I'm going to be giving you the video that shows you details of this thing I've just done. So if you forget, you can refresh your memory about it. But what I did on this site, basically, I have done a mini site which is good for you to start. Okay? But if you want to move further from it, I would recommend, of course, you should get your hands on some materials. Now, like I do, some of you already have my video on how to design websites using front page. But if you are interested, you can still get it on the at the bookstore. I think it's a 1,000, I guess so. You can still buy that and then go further. But basically, this is good for you if you are doing it for your own use. Okay? So this is where I'm going to stop this evening. I thank you for your time, your patience, and of course, I am believing I have communicated, and then if I'm not, I have not. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Now, listen. Let me finish with this note. Now, some of you already know me, like I've said. Some of you have not. If you have other questions on this, you can send me email. All right. My email address still remains info. Okay. Let me just write that out for you so you'll be able to see it on the screen. Okay, so for this purpose, I have an email for you guys. So by the time I go there, I will know this coming from you. So I'll be able to answer that. Okay, so it's just J for jog, then Ojiagbase, J Ojiagbase at okay, so there you have it. J Ojiagbase at gmail.com. So all the questions you have, okay, this mail, no mail that will come, I open it today, so there's no mail. The only mail I see there is from you. So all your questions, please send it in there. By the time I go tomorrow, I'll be able to sit on it. Then when I come on Thursday, the ones I can answer, I'll quickly answer it all. So thank you very much. And thank you. I think we are going to close now. I don't know the format, but I think they normally close with prayers. They open here with prayers and close with prayers. So, but please permit me 1 minute. I need to ask for the organizers if they have any information they want to pass over. Please, 1 minute. Let me get them. Hello, sir. Please, can you get Ruth for me, please? Please, 1 minute. Let her come. So, to find out if there is any information for you. Yes, at the book. No. It's